our arms, open our lives.
Now let us take a few deep breaths as we ground ourselves and enter into this sacred time together. We welcome you here. Whether you choose to be seen on Zoom or not, you are welcome here. No matter your age, your size, or if you decide to speak, you are welcome here. No matter the color of your skin, your hair, or your eyes, you are welcome here. No matter whom you love or how your family is composed, you are welcome here. Whether your ability to contribute comes in the form of time, talent, or treasure, you are welcome here. No matter how you express your gender identity or whatever your abilities, you are welcome here. Whether you come with laughter in your heart or tears, you are welcome here. Come with an open mind, a loving heart, and willing hands. You are welcome here.
Our opening hymn this morning is Though I May Speak with Bravest Fire. We gather this hour as people of faith, with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest for truth and meaning in celebration of the life we share together.
May we shine a light of love. May we shine a light of love. With every thought, with every step we take, may we shine a light of love. May we shine a light of hope. May we shine a light of hope. With every thought, with every step we take, may we shine a light of hope. This morning for our Time for All Ages, I have a special story to share with you all. It's an old favorite of mine with simple words and beautiful pictures. And the reason I choose this story today is because, as many of you know, yesterday, the kids planted bulbs in the community garden. So we talked about burying the bulbs underground where they'll stay nice and warm, protected by the soil all winter until in spring, they'll eventually sprout and bloom. So we planted crocuses as one of the earliest blooming flowers to attract early pollinators to the garden. And we also planted tulips. And we're thinking about this as Wendy's topic, seeds of hope, things that we plant and wait and find hope and beauty for later on. So I'm going to share this story with you. It's called Planting a Rainbow, and it's by Lois Ellert. I hope you enjoy. Not that. There we go. Planting a rainbow. Every year, Mom and I plant a rainbow. In the fall, we buy some bulbs and we plant them in the ground. We order seeds from catalogs and we wait all winter long. We wait for spring to warm the soil and sprout the bulbs. Then it's time to go to the garden center to collect some seedlings. We sow the seeds and set out the plants in soil. And we watch the rainbow grow. And grow and grow. We have some red flowers and orange flowers and some yellow blooms. We always grow something green and some blue flowers and some purple flowers too. Here you can see a picture of the crocus. That's what we planted yesterday. All summer long, we pick the flowers and bring them home. And when summer is over, we know we can grow our rainbow again next year.
Today's centering words come from Rachel Naomi Raman from Kitchen Table Wisdom. I suspect that the most basic and powerful way to connect to another person is to listen. Just listen. Perhaps the most important thing we ever give each other is our attention. When people are talking, there's no need to do anything but receive them. Listen to what they're saying. Care about it. Most times caring about it is even more important than understanding it. A loving silence often has far more power to heal and connect than the most well-intentioned words.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying, gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain, I'm always gonna wanna make it move, always gonna be an uphill battle, sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes they knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on. There's always gonna be another mountain, I'm always gonna wanna make it move, always gonna be an uphill battle, and sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Yeah. There's always gonna be another mountain, I'm always gonna wanna make it move, it's always gonna be an uphill battle, sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Yeah. Keep on moving, keep climbing, keep the faith, baby. It's all about the climb. Keep the faith, keep your faith.
And now, as we enter into this moment of gratitude, I invite us to take a moment or two to think about those seeds of hope that you are planting in your own life right now. Are they seeds of music, like we just heard with Amanda? Are they seeds of beautiful words like we just heard from Robin? Are they seeds of laughter? Are they seeds of connection that we have here together virtually every Sunday? Where do you find hope? Is it in our breath? Just knowing that every day we can breathe in and we can breathe out. And with that gratitude for our breath, let us now enter into the meditation on breathing.
When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love.
When I breathe in,
When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love.
When I breathe in,
When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love.
When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. Breathe in, breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love.
When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love.
I love that song. So the Course in Miracles says, rest does not come from sleeping, but from waking. The world is very tired because it is the idea of weariness. So what does that even mean? Rest does not come from sleeping, but from waking. I know over the last few months, we've talked about so many of us feeling tired or even exhausted, and we've talked about the ups and the downs and feeling good and then feeling stressed out again, and we get so bogged down in our thoughts and in our ideas and in our projections of what might happen, what could happen. Can we change things? Who has the power? Are we helpless? Are we powerful? And then we can begin to feel a little bit hopeless, which leads to exhaustion. And yet, it's a nice reminder to think, how many of you have ever been working on a project or a problem and you're just stuck? And then just out of the blue, a solution or a new way to think about it or address it comes to you, and all of a sudden you're re-energized. And a new idea brings with it a new sense of energy and excitement. How many of you didn't realize how tired or burned out you were in a job until you made the decision to retire or change, and then a wellspring of joy rose in you? True balance and integration is really about being in tuned enough with ourselves as mind, body, and spirit that we get to the point that we can recognize our inner exhaustion and then be able to acknowledge that in a new way and change our paradigms and our perspective in a way that will bring us back to a state of balance and joy. And it's that inner state of balance and joy that brings inner peace in our lives. And it's not always about having everything perfect in our place, perfect in our lives in order to experience this balance. This balance is where a sense of hope comes from. The ability to stay grounded and centered in the midst of chaos. And this year I've been talking almost nonstop about the sense of chaos that we feel surrounded by. There's so much chaos in the form of the pandemic, an election, the rising protests, and we're in this right now. We are in this, and in this context, especially in the next few weeks, it may be a little bit hard to find hope. And at one of our board meetings last fall, we were doing a quick check-in, and Dwayne said, we were checking in about how our summer had been, and Dwayne said, "My summer was horrible and it was wonderful." And isn't that just the most real thing you've heard in a long time? And so my role today is to help us maneuver what that simple truth means. How do we find our balance and our grounding in a world that can go from horrible to wonderful in the blink of an eye? What are the seeds of hope we might plant in October of 2020? And this week, as I have been contemplating this, I realized that one of the seeds of hope, a sign of resilience, a need for true health, is the ability to laugh and see humor in our situations, the ability to reframe a situation. And one of the things that has been so disheartening over the past few months is the blatant support and whistle calls from the President of the United States in support of white supremacy, in support of men showing up with their trucks and their guns and driving up and down North Avenue, or showing up at state capitals, or even plotting the kidnapping of a United States governor. And how might we deal with these bullies? I was thinking about that today in the sense of humor, and I heard this voicemail a few years ago, but I think I'm going to share this, and I just want us to think, maybe this is how we deal with bullies in this day and age of October 2020.
Hey, Mark, excuse me. I'm on my way to 3768. Kind of got hung up. It's raining out here. I'm on my way into Dallas. Jerry's probably going to be calling you to find out where I'm at if he can't get a hold of me, I'm sure. So thought, whoa. Man, I just had a wreck right in front of me. This guy ran a red light and hit four old ladies in an Impala. Just kind of clipped them and turned them around right in front of me, man. That was close. Oh, now this guy's getting out of his car. He's got a white shirt on with a tie and a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He's throwing his hands up in the air like it was their fault. Oh, hold on. He's going over to their window. She's rolling down the window. Oh man, I think she sprayed him with pepper spray, man. He's holding his face and he's on his knee. She's beating him with an umbrella. The other women are getting out too. There's one woman with a little black person. She's tomahawking him, man. She looks like a Sunbelt 20 horsepower jackhammer. We got another woman that's she's hitting him like he's got a cattle prod, man. She's got an umbrella. She's sticking it inside. Oh, there's another one it's a little woman who looks like Mother Goose. She beating him. She's got this U-bit bag. She beating him. She's got this U-bit bag. It's huge. It's about the size of her. She's about 4 foot nothing. She hit him over the head. Everything went all over the place. Her Bible fell. She just hit him in the head with a Bible. She picked this Bible up and she lifted it way over her head. It was a hardback NVI version. They're still beating the hell out of this guy. She picked his Bible up and raised it up above her head and just beamed the guy. This guy's not getting up. They're still hitting him. The one with the little black person still, all pieces of it. Okay, he's up on the car. The little woman just beamed him again with that big bag. He's running to his car. He's out of here. The little bitty Mother Goose woman. She's stuck into him as he's driving off. I wish you would have been here, man. This is too good. I gotta go.
Okay, so I'm not sure if I would rather have been the person to receive that voicemail or to be the person witnessing that, or I'm not sure, but can you just imagine how funny that must have been to just be going through your day and all of a sudden seeing 4 old ladies saying, yeah, no, we're not doing that today. We're not doing that today. And so leave it to little old Mother Goose to save the day. So that's one way to address the bullies of white supremacy. I'm sure if any of you watched the debate, the first debate debacle, you've heard of the Proud Boys. And this is the group that President Trump refused to condemn and told to stand back and stand by at the first debate. And there are a number of other men in this country who thought, yeah, we think not. How about if we just reframe that hashtag a little bit? And gay men literally took over the hashtag Proud Boys. So there was a last week, the gay men just started hashtagging Proud Boys. Brad and I are Proud Boys, legally married for 12 years now, and we're proud of all the gay folks who have stepped up to reclaim our pride in this campaign. The love of my life, Mr. Peter Andrew and I are Proud Boys. Me and my husband on our wedding day being Proud Boys. My boyfriend and I are Proud Boys. 33 years together, 9 years married, we couldn't be happier. We're Proud Boys. Reframing. It's okay to reframe. You know, if they want to be bullies, we can just use a sense of humor and stay in our own alignment, but be who we want to be. This humor helps us keep our sense of hope. Have you ever wondered, well, and finally, if all else fails and you are no longer feeling hopeful in this life, all you need to do is just send a fly. So I'm not sure if those of you, maybe some of you have actually paid attention to the fact that TikTok is a very popular app for teenage girls, and it's not just teenage girls, but it is popular with teenage girls. And President Trump has kind of declared war on TikTok. And one of the reasons that he has declared war on TikTok is because TikTok has a sense of humor. Let me see. Oops.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right?
Yes, sir.
And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup for my family. They're so innocent. This is soup for my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people. These are just protesters. Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No. And then they have cans of soup.
So this is what TikTok does. They see the humor in things, and they make little videos, and they create some humor out of the absurd. And that, I believe, is one of the most important seeds of hope that we can do, is staying centered, staying grounded, but keeping a sense of humor and knowing that as long as we can laugh, we're really all going to be okay. And so I'm going to just open it up today for us to have a conversation about what does it mean to find hope in these times? Where in your life are you still finding some humor? And if you're not finding humor, my invitation for you this week is to go and make yourself laugh at least 3 times. Go make yourself laugh. So I'm going to open it back up to our community to talk about where is your hope and where in this last few 6 months have you found some humor? Elizabeth.
The first part or the second part of the question with humor, I'm so fortunate to have Monty in my life because every day he makes me laugh multiple times a day. So that is just such a blessing. And then as far as the hope, one thing that's giving me a lot of hope right now is this Hold the Line group that that I'm involved with. And just because it gives me a lot of hope that some people who really care about our country and peace put together this manual with just such step-by-step directions of things that we can do to deal with possible disruptions to our election. And so that gives me a lot of hope.